Hello, my friends. Welcome back to PlayStation Underground. On today's episode, we are looking at Mega Man X Legacy Collection 1 and 2, which is available on July 24th, and I'm joined by Tim Turry from Capcom. Tim, welcome to the program, sir.
Hey, hello, Ryan. Thanks for having me, man.
It is good to have you here. It's good to have Mega Man X here. Why don't, as I kind of go through my little rigmarole, why don't you boot us into, we are kind of playing on a PS4, an unfinished version. This is the demo version of Mega Man X.
This is what we've been rolling around to trade shows like E3.
So why don't you jump into kind of a classic and iconic level in the Mega Man X series, and we will see that in just a minute. But for those that haven't heard about this collection yet, it's kind of split into two. You can buy them separately, Mega Man X Legacy Collection 1 and 2.
Yep.
One has X 1 through 4, and then the second collection has X 5 through 8.
Yes, you nailed it.
I had it all written down. I'm cheating.
100%. And it's going to be like, hey, digitally, I want X Collection 1 or X Collection 2, or a digital bundle or a physical bundle. Lots of options for how you want to go back to this.
Approximately $20 US each, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Or you can get it in the bundle. But this is, let's take a look. This is not the final version of the game, but it'll give us a nice little look at, oh my gosh, look at this little man.
So here's our little blue man. This is X, not to be confused with Mega Man. He's actually a different robot. But I'm going to do a little quick customization here. So this is, a quick glimpse at some of the different options you have. You can do this neat little smooth filter or a little CRT action. I love those clean, crisp pixels.
Mm-hmm.
You can mess with the screen size if you want. Just some of our classic sort of Legacy Collection features. But yeah, this is sort of my style.
It looks fantastic. I mean, we were talking about this before, but I grew up with these games, and it's just so great to actually see them in action again and to give folks another opportunity to play.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think same with me. So it's been super fun to work on at Capcom. 1994 was this was a great way to kick off 1994, like one of the 16-bit classics, I think, of its day.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you beat me to it, but the original release in Japan was December of '93, right? And then the U.S. release was right after that in '94.
You nailed it.
On the Super Nintendo. Again, kind of a classic, part of the series. The Mega Man series overall, but specifically to give it sort of its new identity, a little bit of a darker, more gritty, aesthetic.
Yeah.
With some emphasis on story and what's happening with the in this world of Reploids and Mavericks.
Yeah, it's definitely a grittier tone, like vaguely post-apocalyptic. This stage is also just such a good practice in level design, where it's just like, oh well, crap, I'm stuck down here. I guess I'll jump up. Hold on, why is there dust coming off of him? You don't even have to read the instruction book, and oh, I can.
But you always should.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's just hey, there's secrets in this video game. This opening highway stage is really one of my favorite opening stages of any game.
Oh yeah, absolutely. People have done tons of editorial and videos on why this is such a brilliant stage to introduce players to all the mechanics that you'll be using throughout the game. And this is just one of what is essentially 8 games in the whole collection, in 1 and 2 together.
Yep, exactly. And we got some extra options for the X collections that we'll be talking about here, but one includes one that we kind of breeze past, which is a rookie hunter mode, where it's just if you want a breezier challenge, or maybe you want to play it with someone who hasn't played a lot of Mega Man games, that doesn't have that 30 years of muscle memory built up. There's a rookie hunter mode where it changes damage values and whatnot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which is a nice to have. Won't save you from the instant death spikes or anything like that, but good to have.
Maybe a little more forgiving for folks that want a lighter challenge, let's say.
Some of them are so hard. Blast Hornet and Mega Man X3 is just brutal. And what I haven't been showing off, because I don't have it quite yet, another innovation in the X series is the dash. You get that from Chill Penguin's stage, the boot armor upgrades, but we're just showing off the intro stages for each of the games now.
Oh yeah, and then I can remember you can ride on the top of the cars.
Oh yes. Yes, 100%.
Oh, Tim.
Let me see if I can blast one of these guys off there.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Look, there's even a little bit of
the future. The suspension.
The suspension gives a little bit. It's so good. And then, of course, just like any nitty-gritty or gritty post-apocalyptic future, you have this intimidating airship that just shoots out robots that ride race cars. Why not?
Why not? No. I mean, in any kind of cyberpunky post-apocalyptic future, you need that airship launching cars, launching the cyber hot rods.
Cyber hot rods.
I don't know. I mean,
It's really good.
That's like, you could go with it, right?
That's what I'm saving up for.
Who's this intimidating gentleman?
So we got Vile, who's Vava in Rockman X, but it's this intimidating man, Reploid man gone Maverick, which that's sort of the crux of the story, is that there are these. It's actually been. I've been playing through Detroit Become Human, and as I've been working on Mega Man X, it's been like, oh, deviants and Mavericks, like androids and Reploids. But basically, he is a Reploid who has gone Maverick and wants to hurt humans because he thinks they're holding back. Basically, Sigma, the former Maverick Hunter lead that would hunt people like Vile, has basically betrayed humanity and wants to wipe them out because they're holding them back. That's what they think, anyway. So you're designed to lose that fight.
I was about to say, it seems like there's no way you could win this fight, Tim.
That's why I really phoned it in. Usually I would try a little harder.
You worthless piece of scrap metal. Was that good?
Did you really think you could defeat me? That's pretty good.
I always throw a little voice acting into the PlayStation Underground recordings.
It's good for some flavor.
Yeah. Oh my gosh!
So this is the beautiful thing.
Who's this daring hero?
He is an awesome, radical new addition to the staff.
Radical.
So X, who is not the classic Blue Bomber, he comes with a new friend who's a fellow Maverick Hunter named Zero, who's like the cool guy.
Oh,
he's like
yes.
the Raphael of the group. I feel like a little bit.
Tim, let me tell you what. You throw a ponytail on someone, and they are gonna be cool.
And we could debate the functionality of a robot having a flowing ponytail. It goes.
I thought that was the source of solar energy, absorption.
I read your fanfics.
Oh, yeah.
I know what you're all about.
No, if you've the folks that have followed my career for many years will know that when I was a kid, I thought Zero was a girl for like a really long time.
You're not the first person.
May have harbored feelings for him before I had the truth was revealed to me.
I definitely.
And I felt a little silly, but you know what?
Right.
Look at that ponytail.
I mean, I think.
I'll tell you what.
I have platonic love for this particular Maverick Hunter. So this is the intro to the game. Then you get you can fight any of the 8 Mavericks in any order that you want. Obviously, we're playing the
in the full version. It won't just end you right there.
Yeah, absolutely. So I can quickly talk about you have X1 and then the other two 16-bit titles, X2 and X3, which get just increasingly challenging, but really just tight platforming. And then X4 was where the series made this leap to PlayStation and had this really close connection from this point on with PlayStation consoles. So yeah, this is originally launched on PlayStation 1. And it integrated like fully animated cutscenes and what have you. So that's a fun one. And then each also has what people have come to expect from our Legacy collections, which is you got galleries of production art, which is really fun to go through.
It.
You even get down to like these really great like 360 crayon drawings of like each of the different powers. You get like 360, like, what is the back of what's going on underneath that ponytail?
What's going on underneath that ponytail?
Yeah.
Where are all the solar and arrays?
Those cells, yeah.
What are their power cells?
So in addition to that, we've added some extra, like some nostalgic trailers. Actually, the actual Day of Sigma prologue anime is included, which was originally in Maverick Hunter X, the PSP title, the remake of Mega Man X. So that's a fun one to kind of experience the origins.
And then what's that little icon at the bottom of the
bad guy?
Yeah, what's that little guy right
This
there?
guy is Mega Man. What makes Mega Man X Legacy Collection 1 and 2, I think, really special. This is the X Challenge mode. Do you want to check out a little bit of it?
I mean, a little bit.
Okay.
If that's okay with you.
Yeah, 100%.
Let's do it.
Let's jump in there. So what this is
instant death.
It is rough. There are a couple difficulty modes, but unlike our previous Legacy collections, I think this one really sets it apart. Not only is it, this is a spoiler warning, like, hey, if you haven't seen these Mavericks before, you might want to see them in the main game before jumping in.
Oh, that's very nice. Look at you guys. Always consider it. There is a lot of radical lightning happening on that main menu.
And you heard that squealing electric guitar.
I heard that guitar come roaring into my earphones.
So there's a loose, story set up for all of this, which is just like, hey, you destroyed all those Mavericks. They're back for some reason, and they want you dead.
Okay.
So
everybody's gunning for X.
100%. So for the first time in the series, you can fight 2 Mavericks at once, a 2-on-1 battle, and they're themed like Arctic Antics. You got Chill Penguin from Mega Man X, Frost Wallace from Mega Man X4.
Wow,
like,
cool.
hey, go to the North Pole and fight these fellas. Is the rough setup there. And then you have 2 lives basically, so 3 tries to get through 3 sets of these X challenge modes.
And you can pick your equipment.
Yeah,
huh?
you can choose 3, but you're locked in for those. So you have to kind of strategize. Like, oh, I think he isn't Wheelgator weak to Strike Chain. Like, I'll kind of mix and match here.
Challenge.
Okay. So it's interesting because Chill Penguin's very agile and jumps around a lot, and Frost Wallace is a little bit more hulking and slow moving, and so you have these different sort of planes.
Oh my god! How are you gonna do this, dude?
It's a great question. There's a couple things that are gonna happen here, real quick, Ryan, which is personal
You gonna
preference.
customize?
I'm gonna customize. I know it kills the momentum a little bit, but
No. I want you to do you.
It's important that I have, as a personal preference, dash on R1. It's really important, and it's a special sort of thing for me. Not everybody would go this route, but what I love about having dash on R1. Did I get it on there? Hold on, I'm sorry about that.
No, not at all. You're under tremendous pressure.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, Tim. It is very difficult to play and talk at the same time.
It's true. It's true.
I commend you for even coming in here and trying.
Thank you. So, all right, what we got going on here is now I got my dash attached to R1, which allows me to jump and shoot, I think, at the apex of my arc a little bit more naturally, just for me. You can also, double tap in a direction to dash, which is pretty classic. But so there's a couple ways to do this. Is like, all right, do I want to take focus on one of these guys more than the other?
Right.
I'm just gonna try to survive, I think.
Yeah, no, just try and survive. And here, the great thing is that what I love about this mode is that you have kind of the developers come in, and it's almost like a remix at a club. Like you got all these hot jams from hot nostalgic jams that you get to experience in a new way.
Yeah.
That it really hasn't been done before, in any official capacity.
Yeah, certainly not in any Mega Man games. Man, these guys are really wiping the floor with me. They did really want revenge.
No, I think you have this actually.
I appreciate the vote of confidence.
You're in rough shape, Tim. but that's okay because that's just part of Underground. It's a fun learning experience, very casual. No one's gonna say that you didn't give it an honest what for.
And here's the thing. Also with seasoned Mega Man players, as they know, generally if you haven't fought these guys in a while, the first run is kind of an exploratory run.
Yeah, you're just greasing the wheels.
Yes.
Is that a term?
Yeah, let's go with that. I mean, they're robots. They need
They do need
joints.
oil. Yeah, they need motor oil and a variety of other. I don't know.
Yeah, let's. Oh, shoot.
I'm gonna end my joke there.
Fair. Okay. So yeah, looking rough, but
you have that.
Oh, geez. Classic.
You had those 2 little bars of life left.
Yeah.
Isn't that so quintessentially Mega Man?
Oh,
when
yeah.
You have that one single bar of life and you get through a battle. That is the best feeling.
It's super satisfying.
I wonder if a lot of my childhood anxiety was actually a result of Mega Man.
I could
in some
almost
capacity.
guarantee it. And sort of the tension of a boss fight. I feel like most boss fights had a lot of tension in classic games and any game growing up. But like I think the fact that there was always those entrance doors before each fight.
Right.
That anticipation, like, great, I got a checkpoint, but it's mixed with like, oh shoot, I actually only have 1 try against this boss.
It means any opening corridor in a house, I was instantly anxiety. If there's 2 doors in sequence at like my friend Billy's house, all of a sudden I'm like, what happens at the second door? Why do you need 2 doors to get into your house, Billy?
And if we're talking about the same Billy,
it
was also all those killer robots in the house,
really was.
Which I think is
really was
good reason for anxiety.
Billy is another name for Sigma, actually, little known.
Oh, you've watched Dave Sigma, the animated prequel that reveals his true identity as Billy. I see. Oh man. So
again, things are rough for you.
It's a tough time.
But you know what? When you're done with this run, what I suggest is we go into X Legacy Collection 2, and maybe we check out an item from that.
Yeah. Good suggestion. I'm going to give it, the old college try.
Oh, of course.
Which in this case, obviously, was Berkeley's College of Music,
as we established earlier in the episode.
So I'm wondering who's going to fall first. Usually it's Frost Walrus, just because he's got the bigger, hitbox.
Yeah, of course.
Sprite. what have you.
Does a walrus really need to be frost? I mean, aren't walruses kind of naturally inclined to cold environments? I don't really know. I'm not a biologist or a marine biologist.
That's not your specialty?
No, it really isn't.
Well, I mean, we could look it up after the show.
Surprise, surprise. Yeah, a quick Wikipedia search will reveal all about the walrus's natural habitat. I'm sure there's a variety of types as well.
Yeah,
maybe
frost.
some that launch giant icicles, icicle blasts at passerby.
I'm sure. I mean, I haven't been out in the wild to see that yet, but
Tim, I'm feeling real loopy today. I think it's from just getting back from a small vacation that I'm having a little too much fun with.
Good for you, though. Oh shoot!
Oh gosh!
I'm down
to
one pip.
It's the one. It's the one little bar. Is it actually called a pip?
Is
that the official name?
So, yes, I agree. So basically, for everyone watching, take this as me saying, "Do better than me." You know what I mean? Like, get in there and
you're just showing off a little bit of what's to come.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the point.
I got the governor spring on here, and I'm holding back a little bit because I don't want to make people feel too bad when they get in here and they get their butt kicked. But yeah, let's jump into X Collection 2 and then kind of see where the series goes in the long run here.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
All right.
All right, Tim, we're back now. We are in Mega Man X Legacy Collection 2.
Awesome.
Why don't you take us and maybe you want to show off a little example from one more game before we call it a day?
Yeah, let's do it. So, yeah, this is Legacy Collection 2, and we got X5, X6, X7, and X8. X5 and X6 were both additional PlayStation 1 titles. Continue the side-scrolling sprite-based look of the game. Very comparable feel to like the classic titles. X7 switched things up with fully 3D character models and some actual 3D platforming and introduced a new character called Axel, kind of a rapid-firing Maverick Hunter. And then X8 brought it back more strictly to a side-scroller, but with 3D visuals, and Axel continues through. Also got X Challenge Volume 2, which has some of the same battles from X Challenge Volume 1 from X Legacy Collection 1, but also some unique ones to that title. So, as I jump in here, I'm going to go to Mega Man X8, which I think is a cool representation of where the series went as they sort of experimented and evolved the formula.
Yeah, after several years. I don't have the release year of X8, but yeah, it's a number of years after the original.
Yeah, and we're fully into like the PlayStation 2 era now. So they're really able to do new things with the visuals, which have sort of these 3D character model based cutscenes.
I'm like literally looking it up as we record. Don't worry about me,
2004.
Folks.
There we are.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. So I'll jump into to normal.
December of 2004 again.
I'm going to save the very dramatic cutscene, which involves a elevator to the moon.
My favorite elevator.
Spoilers. That's where we're going in the future.
Okay.
I guess we could do a little quick glimpse of what some of these cutscenes look like, which is pretty cool. Get those mechanoids out there.
Gotta get them out there.
Yeah.
Come on. What are you guys doing?
So we're in Noah's Park. And playing as Axel and X here.
This new Maverick, its pattern is very unusual.
And Alia is kind of giving some
mission guidance.
Yeah.
So try to pick up plenty of samples.
You got it. Oh, wow! I was very close to X's actual response.
Yep.
Call him in with a character change.
Yes, so you can swap characters on the fly, which this intro stage will play a little ways into it because it's actually, I think, one of the beefiest intro stages of all the X series. But he runs left and right and he shoots out of his Mega Buster, or X Buster in this case.
There you go.
One thing I'm going to do again because it's just my own like little tendencies is get that options over so that I can get my dash on R1. It just feels better to me.
And that's the beauty of allowing a customization of your gameplay experience.
Exactly. So you got X, who can now his air dash from later X titles is included here now, and then on top of that you can again switch on the fly to Axel, who also has like a hover and a rapid fire shot, which is really nice for enemies like this, where it's like I just want to hover above their missiles
Yep.
and change up my tactics.
A
And
terrible design flaw in those enemies' parts that they can't fire upwards.
yeah, exactly. X, unfortunately, himself suffers from such a flaw since Mega Man 1, but that's what the extra weapons are for,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. I mean, we need to challenge ourselves in order to rise to, the task. So
100%. I think our engineers are up to it.
Looks like it grabs its opponents and immobilizes them.
She's got good foresight.
Spot the enemy, call for attack assist, and help is on the way.
those claws, I mean, those are some claws right there.
They mean business.
Yeah, those are some business meaning claws.
Yeah, 100%. And this is actually a pretty solid fight that teaches some of the applications for the tag assist, which is one of the features I really like about 7 and 8. So you can dodge it like that, but I'm sure I won't be so lucky every step of the way. I can switch to Axel, get a couple of. I think
You can
the
get that
jump.
hover shot in there.
Yeah,
Whoa, whoa. There's a lot going on.
it is. Yeah. Oh,
Oh.
okay. So I actually got him here this time.
Well done. Look at
pretty-
you.
Pretty quick.
You mopped the floor. You wanted to redeem yourself after that chill penguin
I did.
frost walrus.
I did. They're a deadly duo, as it turns out.
Analyzing it right away. Bring it to me as soon as you can.
So we got some samples from that particular Maverick. And then X takes a hike, and then pretty soon, oh yeah, there's these little crabby guys down here. These are a good use case for like, I can't duck and shoot, but I can hover above them and shoot them. And then again, teaching about that snazzy wall,
it's
wall
gonna be
jump.
tough. Oh. And
I got it.
you got it.
Yeah.
Second
I'm gonna
tries the charm.
I'm gonna go this route.
There we
here.
go.
Boom.
Oh, look at that! Look at these artful dodges that you're doing.
Oh my
these
gosh, thank
these
you.
well-timed hovers. It's like you've done this before.
A couple times.
How many times did you practice this before you came on the show? At least once.
At least once. Let's
Okay.
just give it at least once. I'll be honest,
You're like, I got it.
We'll oh man, we'll also see another. We got 3 playable characters this time, so we're about to get to the second.
I like
there's
how
a-
you're just clipping the nose of this one.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
He's
Oh, right in the gut.
got to work those angles.
Secret cave door.
All right.
Double secret cave door.
I think you can get the trajectory just right there and get a few of these baddies,
Oh,
which they actually are reminiscent to me of the enemies from, I think it's Armored Armadillo's stage in Mega Man X1, the robotic bats. And then there's like one classic baton from the original Mega Man series hidden in there, like a classic sprite. Little Easter eggs.
I like that you called them bat baddies, correct?
Yeah, I feel like
I think that there's a case for you being the official namer of all the various enemies
Thank you.
in the series.
Thank you for your trust, because I think
I don't know if
Capcom
the-
USA may have actually taken some liberties with instruction manuals back in the day with like Mega Man 2 and like naming him like the Lightning Lord rides his thunder chariot and ogres and goblins and stuff like that. It's totally incongruous with the Japanese naming, but
It was the Wild West back then, Tim.
it really was. So now we're 0, and we got this training boss back here. I think we should take down this form and then maybe call it a day.
Sounds good to me.
And he's got his patented
His saber.
triple slice. And then, let's say I wanted to use him for those enemies and then switch to Axel because he can aim straight up.
And how are you switching between them?
L2 is the option there.
You can use the double attack. It's an time it carefully.
So you did not want her to finish that sentence.
No, she's. you can-
We have
sometimes they're a
precious little
chatty.
time.
Yeah, exactly. So here we go. And that just, can beef up your attacks a little bit there.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Let's see here. Which way is it coming from?
Mm-hmm.
Classic. I always love a good waterfall boss.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I can work that angle a little bit. There we
Oh,
go.
look at that angle. I like this switching mechanic. This is keeping things really, kinetic.
I'm into it. I think Mega Man X5 integrated the ability to start switching between characters, and then in this case, before losing a life completely, I was able to switch to Axel and mix things up. Oh man! he got me.
Whoa, but you got him.
Shoot!
Shoot. It was all the talking you were doing.
It was. That's my bad.
No, it's all good. But that is a
Yeah.
nice look at Mega Man X8,
Yeah.
which is part of Mega Man X Legacy Collection 2.
Yep. Tough
And,
games.
oh,
you
yeah.
know,
Absolutely.
across the
You
board.
can't be a slouch. You got to stay on your toes.
100%.
Tim, I really appreciate you coming. Any final thoughts before we
No,
let you go?
It's just a lot of fun to go back to these ones, and if you didn't get around to maybe some of the later half of the X series, this is an awesome opportunity. So just hope everybody has a good time.
Great. Tim from Capcom, thank you so much for joining us. This has been a look at Mega Man X Legacy Collection 1 and 2, both of which are coming out on July 24th on PS4. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, and we will see you next time.